It's a real tough, dramatic series, and it just tells the story of the series of events that happened in that time.
What bit of advice would you give to younger you?
Oh, I'll say it's not about you and his journey. He's just gone on from heaps and bounds, and he plays with that flair as well.
Yes, everyone, this is Heli Wilde from Futsallers, and today I've got a big guest. It's the first guest. It's probably the guest. We've got Malik Kaddu, everybody. How are we, man?
I'm good, man. Nice to see you. Nice to be here.
So with Futsallers, what we're going to be doing is more just bringing our ambassadors, bringing the people we're associated with, and just chat to them, get to know them, talk about Futsallers, talk about their career, their life, and yeah, just get to know us, really. So, first things first, Malik.
Yeah, go on, hit me.
Kabul. Okay, so what are we saying? Can you just tell me what it's about and like your character, the storyline, everything like that? Just run down Kabul for us.
Well, Kabul is about the atrocities that happened in 2021 when the troops got bombed on Abbey Gate, and everything that came with the terrorist attacks in that time in the Taliban. Women weren't allowed to work, weren't allowed to get an education. So, yeah, basically, it's a real tough, dramatic series, and it just tells the story of the series of events that happened in that time. And I play an American troop soldier, so it was good.
So what's the American accent saying? What was it? Drop a little teaser with the American accent.
You'll have to watch the show, mate. Do you know what I mean? You'll have to watch the show. But yeah, it's great. It was great fun getting into character, getting my head into that space as well.
I was gonna say when you're in like a series that's as serious and it's about the atrocities like that, how would you get a serious game face on? Like, how do you prepare for that mentally?
Do you know what? I just watched a lot of documentaries.
Really?
Yeah, and it really hit me. It really hit me how much the troops went through, because some of them were getting last-minute call-ups. They would be with their family, and they would be getting like last-minute call-ups that you got to come out to Afghanistan, and they were telling a lot. I watched a documentary where this guy was explaining to her wife how she needs to leave like immediately, and it could be the last time he sees her son, daughter, and yeah, wife, and it was just it's tough, like the fitness levels, getting yourself in shape, and yeah, ultimately they're putting their lives at risk, for their country.
Well, I mean, speaking of Kabul as well, London's first screening as well was recent, a couple of weeks ago now. I mean, I couldn't be there, unfortunately, but I heard very positive things, positive reactions. So can you go through the day for us and like your reactions, how you were feeling watching it as well, the screening, the reactions from everyone that went? Just tell me how it went.
It was phenomenal. It was very, very good. And man, I just can't wait for people to watch this, because it was just so captivating throughout. Like, regardless of me being in it, I think it's definitely one of the best projects I've been a part of. But just watching it, it was, oh man.
Well, I mean, to be fair, when I asked that, the way you were smiling as well, the way you were smiling when I asked that, and you thought about an answer, it shows how much like this meant to you, and what this still means to you, in fact.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, when this does come out and we can all watch it, like, is it going to be in your household just on that sofa locked in to what you're watching? Do you do that, by the way, with all your work? You just, when it comes out, you just lock into your sofa and just like, do you like analyse your acting, or do you just watch it to enjoy it?
No, I just watch it once and then that's it.
Oh really? You don't ever go back to it? Never?
Yeah, no, I just watch it once and yeah, that's it. It's funny because when you talk about the sofa and locking in and watching, I've never done that. There was one time, I think my family, my mum, we were watching a series that I was in, like it was one of my debut TV series, and it was quite raunchy. And yeah, that was it was interesting watching my first scene of that.
But right, so let me take you back to when you were shooting Kabul as well. So you were in Athens, Greece, was it?
Yeah.
So just like going out to Athens, shooting there, it must have been amazing. But like, just talk me through a day. Just wake up to go to bed. What is your day shooting for Kabul?
So it was, that's a very interesting question. So it was wake up, pray, go to the gym, work out, get back into my hotel room, and then I'll get a call saying, yeah, I'll know my schedules when I need to be on set and that, but when I wasn't on set, I was having fun, I can't lie.
Well, just being a tourist, doing your thing.
Yeah.
Really?
I started off being very serious, being in shape. By the time I finished towards the latter stages of when my scenes were done, man, I was eating.
Really? You're just having a good time?
Yeah, I was having a good time, man.
Okay, right. I want to go through some of your previous work.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you to rank them or anything like that, 'cause that's peak. But I want to ask you, what do you remember of them? And what was your favourite actor, if you could pick one? Right, ready?
Go on.
Hooligan Factory, Lost, Hidden Roots, Entebbe, How We Met, Adult Material, Sinking, Suspicion, and Our Fathers. So just chat to me about any of them. And what was your favourite that you can remember?
Probably Suspicion. Yeah, that was good.
Really well.
That was good because I had to, drive and do a scene where I had to go in and out. It was quite aggressive and it was an action thriller, so that was cool.
So what, is that like your genre then? Action thrillers? Is that what you like?
Yeah, I like that. And I like, being tested as an actor, being put in uncomfortable situations. And Sinking was another one actually, to be fair. I had to speak Portuguese for that. So I was playing an abusive Portuguese boyfriend. So that was cool. I just like the test. I don't want to be, doing the same old, I want to really show people, different facets of me.
So when you talk about speaking Portuguese, being an abusive Portuguese boyfriend, did you have to learn Portuguese just for that role itself, or?
I was learning Portuguese before that.
Oh, is it? So
it just so happens that came along.
Oh, then yeah, perfect timing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so your first role. So I did some research because that's what I'm like. I did some research about you. Your first role, Africa's Greatest Civilizations, PBS America. What do you remember of that?
I remember dressing up, and I remember just getting a history lesson. It was good. It was very good. I was playing a prince from Tanzania, Kilwa, Sultan Sulaiman, and yeah, I just really got an insight into Africa's history, and I came to find out actually my grandmum's mum or their grandfather was close to the Sultan that I was playing.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So when you got back, was the talking with the family, the chat with the family, was that?
No, because I don't know, my grandma was talking about, her history, because she's half Tanzanian. So then, she kind of ended up mentioning Sultan Sulaiman. So they were the influential people that brought Islam to Tanzania, Uganda, and her great-grandfather was part of that.
Okay, well, you mentioned playing a high-status role, such as a prince. I saw you tweeted a few weeks ago, putting it out there, I see myself playing Mansa Musa in a biopic, Manifesting. So, Mansa, meaning king, emperor, high status, especially in the Mali Empire.
Yeah.
Just what was the idea behind wanting to play a character like Mansa Musa?
I just feel like that story hasn't been told. There's still so many black African stories that need to be told. That's one of them. He was one of the richest people in the world. Well, he is one of the richest person in the world. And yeah, I feel like that's a story that needs to be out there, a biopic that I definitely want to be a part of. And I feel like, I can do it, and I'm manifesting. I'm definitely manifesting that. Yeah, playing Mansa Musa, 100%.
Yeah, no, because with people such as Mansa Musa, or talk about African what's the word, monarchies, or high power Africans. From what I see anyway, it's mainly about ancient Egypt. Exactly, that's the only part of Africa that's really represented in movies. Exactly. So it'll be as you said, it would be very interesting to go see other parts of Africa, like the Malian Empire, because Mansa Musa, I'm pretty sure everyone who has a bit of history knowledge knows about him and what.
But it's not out there.
Exactly, that's what I mean. So I thought that'd be a very good bit to tap into, especially. Yeah. But this bit of a joint question here. if you were to make a cast for a Mansa Musa biopic, what co-actors what are you thinking?
Man, it would just be people that really understand and get the essence as well. Oh my God. What do you mean, like, what actors that are out there now, like, are known, or just like people I've come across?
Bro, up to you, anyone, literally. So like, say there's a Mansa Musa biopic, you're Mansa Musa, and you just got to build a cast around you.
Ooh.
So you can go back either in your career, who's been the best complementary actor alongside you, or just anyone in general.
Anyone in general, okay. I'll go anyone in general. Oh my God, it's time to think now. Oh, wow. Tricky one. I'll definitely have Jaimin in there. Jaimin. I'd have, who else would I have? Oh man. I'll have Lupita in there. Lupita Nyong'o, definitely. Who else would I have? Daniel Kaluuya. Who else? Yeah, that's what I can think of right now.
So okay, that could be the main cast then. That could be the headlining cast.
Yeah. Probably, yeah.
But that'd be really interesting to see though, because like, I'm a history nerd, so I want to know about these things. Like, I want to see it retold.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, but it's like, yeah, hopefully we see it soon. Manifesting.
Yeah, manifesting. And the guy travelled like on a camel, you know, with like millions of gold, you know. So he's got a phenomenal story that I genuinely feel passionate about the world seeing, and young boys and girls seeing as well. So yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. But if you can go back now with all the experiences, all the roles you've ever played, everything you know, current day, if you were to go back to your very first time in front of camera, what would you say to calm the nerves or make sure you get the best out of yourself?
I'll just say, what do I do?
So so with all the knowledge you have now,
yeah,
go back in time to when you were first in front of camera. How do you, what would you tell? What bit of advice would you give to younger you?
Oh, I'll say it's not about you. It's not about you. That's the message. I got that from an acting coach.
Really?
Yeah. So it was like, the premise being that you're nervous, like when a camera's on you, you're just like, you're nervous, you might be, stuttering, but you've got to remember you're only thinking like that because you're thinking about yourself. You're thinking about how I look. Oh, am I gonna stumble? Am I gonna fumble my words? When really you're just a vessel. You got to look at yourself as the vessel that's just delivering a message and make it about the other person, or make it about the crowd if you're speaking in the public. Just make it about, project onto the other person or the crowd. Don't make it about you.
So. I never would have thought of that.
Yeah.
Because like when I was doing like drama stuff like that, I was always scared about me messing up or what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
But when it's like, or when I'm like presenting as well, I think about what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I never thought about like.
Yeah.
Like, do I really like? Is it that deep?
No. It's not even about like being that deep. It's because you're so caught up in your inner. Oh yeah, I got a zit on my eye. I got this. I got that. And then am I going to remember the lines? But it's not about you.
Yeah.
Just make it about the other person. Yeah. So.
Well,
that's what I tell myself.
You've been in many adverts and campaigns, and I think if you walk around London, especially Central as well, we'll see a lot of your face, wouldn't we? So I mean. Just talk about like, have you got any interesting advert stories or like any companies in general that you've worked with that you really enjoyed? Any like meeting people in that case as well? So like just give some like your experience in doing adverts and like promotion.
So, oh man, there's quite a few to be fair.
Do you want to go with the most recent one?
Most recent. I've got one that's currently out now, but I did that quite a while back. It's just been re-released, and that was cool. That was nice. It was a football advert. But I got one. I worked with my idol Thierry Henry. That was good. We worked on quite a few things in 1 year.
Really?
Yeah.
So like, what type of stuff you work with Thierry Henry? Because imagine, actually, first of all, working with Thierry Henry, meeting Thierry Henry, then working with him multiple times.
Yeah.
Just how did that come about? And also, like, just how were you not, like, you must have been nervous. Like, you must have been like,
I was.
oh my God, it's Thierry Henry.
Like,
oh my.
Yeah. The first time I was nervous.
Yeah.
It was so interesting because that year I worked with him. I worked with him twice. Then I flew out of the country. I went to America and I saw him again.
Just coincidence.
Coincidence.
Oh, fair.
So the first time we worked on a Guinness ad, and I was doing the stills and he was doing the moving parts. And then like he was next to this is the first time, so obviously I'm an Arsenal fan and it meant the world just meeting him. So he's next to me and I was like, Malik, just stay focused. Don't say nothing, don't mess nothing up. And I never forget, Jay-Z's album was out. And everyone was talking, like in between takes, the cast and everyone was talking about that album. And then Jay-Z just randomly was like, yeah, it's a good album. I think it's one of his best works. So he's talking about the album as well. So I'm talking as well, like, yeah, it's a decent album. And then it hit me, I was like, damn, this guy probably, he probably knows who Jay-Z, he probably got Jay-Z's number. You know what I mean? Like, I was probably thinking, I was like, damn. And then I was like, oh, wow, he's talking to me.
Really?
Yeah. I just had that moment of realization. And then, got acquainted. And the second time was for Beats headphones. Beats by Dre headphones. Working in a massive mansion, like, for 3 days with Guy Ritchie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was dope, really good. And yeah, I was playing a footballer. And yeah, it was all an advert for the World Cup, I think. It was Euros or World Cup, one of them. But that was good. That was good, I loved it. And then America, my close brother, he was like, yo, let's go to a New York's Red Bulls game. And I was like, respectfully, I've just left England, where it's football mania. I've come away from the country. I don't want to be around like football and all of that. And he's like, no, come, let's go and watch the New York Red Bulls. So I'm like, all right, I'll do it. So we go in, we meet one of the players, Aurel Collins, amazing guy. He played for New York Red Bulls. We go up into the suites and everything, and then we go out to the pitch. So then I'm making a video like of just the atmosphere. It's loud, it's just jumping. And then my brother, like, he taps me on the back. He's like, guess who's here? And I'm like, yo, chill, I'm just trying to get this. He's like, guess who's here? And then he's like, he's here. I was like, who? He's like, Thierry. I look back and he's like behind me, but like he sat up on us in the VIP suite. And then I was like, oh, snap. And then he gives me one of them. And then after the game, we catch up again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You just caught up after the game, just meet?
Yeah, we caught up after the game and was kicking it, man. Shout out TT.
But, talking about meeting people you've worked with again, in November, me, you and the Futsallers team went to Strive Aid from Striver, charity football game.
Yeah.
And we met two very interesting footballers, 2 World Cup winners and an Arsenal Invincible. We met Gilberto Silva and someone you worked with as well, Roberto Carlos. So, that was very fun for both of us.
Yeah.
So I want to get it from your perspective because, I obviously enjoyed it, I loved it, but let's get it from you. You met Roberto Carlos again, you met Gilberto Silva, you met a bunch of you met your boy Specs as well.
Yeah.
Just chat to me about that day as well, like just meeting people you used to know.
That was really fun. That was a really a cool, fun day. And shame I didn't get to play. I would have loved to play, but you know what? It was nice. And I think it was for a good cause as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was for a very good cause, and just seeing the numbers that the influencers were got in. Were able to amass, and everyone that was there, from the kids, the journalists, there was a good vibes all around, man. I'm not sure they were too keen on the cold.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
it was awful.
It was hella cold. And he scored as well, didn't he?
Oh my God. 2 minutes in, he scores a free kick.
He scored a free kick. Yeah. And he's giving it that.
Yeah, exactly. He's done his job, man. He done his trademark thing.
Yeah, that's it. You know when he's done that. So he scored a free kick, yeah, and he's done that. like within 2 minutes. Do you know what he's saying? I've done my part, mate.
Yeah, literally.
I've done my part. Get me off.
He's got 1 million views, sorted, done.
Yeah.
I've done my thing. No,
That's class.
No, but so Thierry Henry, Roberto Carlos, like your like contact books or people you've met, the list of people you met must be stacked.
Yeah.
It must be there. So have you got any more? Just name drop some.
There's so many. Alexis Sanchez, like if we're talking footballers.
Yeah, footballers.
Alexis Sanchez, Marcus Rashford, Yaya Toure,
Yaya.
David Beckham.
How are you saying these so casually as well, by the way? Just Alexis Sanchez, David Beckham, Yaya Toure.
Yeah. And I think there's, just to name a few, Yaya Toure, who else was there that I've worked with, done shoots with? NBA player Draymond Green. Footballers, who else? There's quite a few. Mikel Antonio I've worked with, and oh gosh, from the acting world, it's Zoe Saldana. Zoe Saldana, that's her name.
Oh, is that okay?
So Zoe Saldana, first acting experience. You know, you never forget people. And I remember I was extra on the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah.
She came up to me like during the break, during like even in between takes, and she was just like so nice and polite and gave me her time, and you know. And I think I also met her like, I think it was her niece and nephew with her aunt. They were all speaking Spanish and everything, but yeah. So that experience was cool. She's amazing, and so when I see her doing what she's doing, I'm like, you deserve that. Because you know, you're just nice people, you come across nice people.
You know, so it's always good seeing people like you like, and people who just have that genuine respect and kindness when they achieve something. It's always great to see it.
So that was early on in my career, and then that's not early on in her career because she's been doing her thing for a long time, but not everyone was nice. Really? That's why that meant something, you know? So yeah, she always stood out to me, and I can't remember who else. Yeah. But
still, has stacked still. But I mean, yeah. But so, last thing about your acting before we go into Futsallers now. So, back in December, we went to the Holly Shorts.
Holly Shorts.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, shout out Holly Shorts, by the way. Getting off to come down to the red carpet.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, you know, bought a little bow tie, got a little suit on. You know,
he was looking fresh.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. To be fair, your suit, by the way, just glistening everywhere.
Yeah, well, yeah, right. I'll try a little. Yeah,
No, but about like this is what I was saying when I was there, because like that was my first time ever doing something like that. I got a bit of imposter syndrome. I was like, do I actually deserve to be here? Like, why am I here? Like, I didn't think I was suited to that. Like, it took me like a good while into the night to be like fully comfortable in it. So like, when you first went to anything like that, were you like that, or was you just like, were you always like confident in like I belong here?
I think once you realise that everyone's just normal, that's just, it's like, it is what it is. I think as long as you're comfortable with yourself, it's, that's all that matters, you know? I remember like even just being on set with, you know, you're doing scenes with actors that have done very well, they're very well established, and you see them like mess up a line, and you're like, oh, it's normal, okay. And then even when we were talking about like meeting people, you talk to them after a while and you're like, oh, they're just normal people. And it's the same thing, you're going into those kind of rooms, you just got to be comfortable with being yourself and not feeling like, oh, I've got to be a certain way. I don't, just be comfortable in being you. And you do belong. You put in the work, you put in the hours, and that is a reflection. Going to these sort of events is like the little doses of treatment that you get for all the work that you've put in. You know, so you gotta know that you do belong, especially if you've done the work. You know.
Well, I mean, yeah, pretty sure next year. Well, I mean, now technically this year, end of the year. I think we're going again, aren't we?
We go again.
Yeah, I think we're going again because
we're going again.
Because I think we've got our own thing coming out as well, Futsallers, don't we? That's
what I'm talking about.
That's what I mean. But yeah, so last thing before we move on to Futsallers, Kabul. Do we know where as like where it's coming out?
So it's going to be all over Europe first. So all over European countries, not UK and US, but there should be an announcement in terms of what streaming platform it will be on in the UK. So yeah, stay tuned, stay locked in.
Well, yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, when it comes out, I'm locked in.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
I mean, we spoke about this quite a bit now since when we talk like just about Kabul, how it's going, and honestly, because I'm a history boy, I love all that stuff. I'm locked in, I'm zoned in, I'm watching that. So I mean, when we find out, we'll announce it. He'll announce on his page, we'll announce on Futsallers page. Get the love, get the eyes on it, and then we all lock in and watch it. Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, cool. Futsallers time. Right, first things first. What's the story of Futsallers? How'd you get involved? What's your relationship with Drew?
So, my relationship, I got introduced to Drew via Sonny, who I coached for, like I've known for years, pretty much like a family member. I've known for years, and you know, I've been doing my thing, and you know, he introduced me to Drew. And then Drew, as soon as I started talking to him, man, this guy, I just saw him in a different realm. Like, we'd go very much deep in our conversations. And, you know, he just asked me to come along to one of the games, one of the events, and told me to be his ambassador, and we just went from there. And, you know, he always knows the right things to say, and always a great guy. Great guy. So yeah, I was like, yeah, let's get involved. And plus I do like football and futsal as well. You know, I'm into that.
Yeah, because I mean, we recently released a clip as well on our socials about our recent event. You spoke to Matthew, one of our media boys, and just talking about how futsal, how important it is in the future of football and where it can take football. So I mean, can you like delve deeper into that? Like, why is futsal why is it not big enough in the UK yet, and why should it be? And how does that like affect football going forward? That type of thing.
Well, if you look at most of the countries outside of England, if we go, say in Europe, the Dutch, Brazil, those sort of countries that are producing like the technical level, a lot of it comes from street football, you know, futsal. That's how they're learning how to manipulate a football. And there's so much talent here, and there's so many boys that I knew when I grew up. When we started playing football, it was all street football. Before we learned about like the tactical side and knowing our jobs in individual positions, it was just about manipulating a football, and we've done that during indoor football, futsal, doing all of that, playing the game regularly. And yeah, it's important that England have like a vehicle or an avenue where boys that maybe not quite make it to the pro level or academy, or even an avenue for like if you really just like skills, you're into your skills, or you want to just play futsal, we need to highlight that, because I grew up with so many talented players, but they got labelled as, oh yeah, you're a futsaler, you're a five-a-side player, you know, or they didn't quite make it, or there wasn't an avenue for like a league, all right, to say, well, okay, if I'm not going to play at that level, I'll just, I'll play like a futsal league or football five-a-side league kind of thing.
Well, I mean, what we're doing as well at Futsal is we're making our own league, making our own pathway. And it has been announced that in the Youth Olympics, Dakar, Senegal, futsal will be on the curriculum for the Youth Olympics, and Futsalers are helping in recruitment for Team GB.
Yeah.
So futsal being the Youth Olympics, now it's the second year running. It was in, I want to say Argentina, 2018.
Yeah.
So now it's back in isn't the first African Olympics ever of any kind?
First African Olympics.
See, that's crazy as well, that's mental. Yeah. And now, I mean, we're going to be there supporting the futsal and doing our thing. So
exactly.
Just chat about futsal being the Youth Olympics, like now there seems to be a pathway building now. So like we're making the right steps.
Yeah.
Like making the right steps going forward to build up futsal. So just like, how how important is that really? Is what I'm trying to ask. How important is it being in the Youth Olympics, and how long do you reckon it's in like the main, like the adult Olympics?
I believe it's going to take a while, but not too long, because now that we've got this platform, there's going to be so much more players, because there's an avenue now. There's an avenue for boys that are really into futsal, girls that are really into futsal to really display their skills at a good level. So it's not like it's not going to be highlighted now. You know, there's an opportunity to win and perform at the Olympics. So that just tells you, with each Olympics, the bar's going to be raised. Slowly, gradually, we start slow, then like, just keep on building it. Because I know I think now, if we're talking about football in general, the standard of footballers, because I coach, so the standard of young footballers has just risen. Like, girls and boys, by the time like they're 10, 9, they're able to like manipulate a football so well. And that gives me confidence that, you know, some of these players will get an opportunity to be seen and represent Team GB at the Youth Olympics.
Well, I mean, speaking as well with Futsallers and like where we're going, we do have some very strong ambassadors as well, Futsallers, and like they've come down to previous events, Youth Kicks Ball, some of them.
Yeah.
So like one in particular as well recently has been making a huge name for himself, much bigger name for himself. You know, record breaker in the Europa League final.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know, he's Futsallers boy, he's your boy, he's our boy.
Yeah, yeah.
Ademola Lookman, he's been tearing up. You've managed to kick ball with him a few times at Futsallers events. How much has he really like? I mean, he's worked with Drew for a long time now. He used to be coached by Drew. How important has he been in like just showing how good, not even just futsal as well, just how good grassroots football can be? Because, you know, he started off South London, started off like from the bottom really, and now he's made all the way to the top, you know, playing for Atalanta, Champions League football. So just like, how much of a figurehead is he for showing what street football and futsal can really bring to football?
I think he's definitely a representation from, you know, starting off where he started off and his journey. He's just gone on from heaps and bounds. And, you know, he plays with that flair as well. You know, I'm sure Drew would attest to that because he coached him as a young man. But he plays with that street flair, and that he wouldn't, part of his success and why he's there is because where he started off, you know. Players like him, knowing, you know, street football, just having no rules in a cage, and just seeing him progress and display those skills and the fundamentals of what he learned from, you know, a young age to, you know, he won a African Player of the Year as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, so he's doing it, and he's only going to get better. He's only going to grow stronger, grow from strength to strength, and be a representation for boys and girls that are from his area that are playing in the streets, to show like, oh yeah, there's an avenue because that guy was from where I'm from, you know. So.
Well, and I think that's the main thing with Futsallers as well, like with what we're trying to do. I mean, this is what like most like youth level sports clubs try to do. Like, as much as it is a pathway for youngsters to become pros or whatever they want to do, it's also a good way to like keep kids off the street as well. That's a major thing as well, because, you know, sometimes like when you're young, you could be involved in the wrong crowd because there's no other option, or there's nothing you can do to like relax your mind, stuff like that. So that as well, like what we do, our events, our league, it's a way to bring the youth in and like pretty much like teach them how to like not only be good at futsal and football, but also it's like there's another avenue to go down in life, isn't there? So like, in that aspect of it, not like the playing aspect, but like the social and the mental health aspect of it, how important does something like futsal, is what we do, help?
Well, it's very important because sport in general, you create friends, you create bonds. You know, football is one language. You know, if I'm able to play football with someone and they're from another area of, you know, London, let's say that, and there's just friction or tension, we can squash that. Or if I'm in a scenario where I have to pass through that area and I remember that I played football with that person that was on my team in futsal. It's like, that stops things, you know, and it's also an escapism. Football is an escapism. Futsal is an escapism. And, you know, being able to express yourself and have fun and escape your worries is good. It's good for young boys, girls, and men as well. Like till now, I still play football when I can as well. So it's a lovely escapism from reality and what your people are going through.
Well, yeah. So I mean, now we're going to move on to your life now. Just we've done the acting, we've done the acting, we've done the Futsallers. Let's just chat about you now, yeah. Well, I mean, first things first. How's Ramadan? How's that going?
It's going good. Yeah.
Going good, yeah.
Yeah. Times are shorter, but it's good. Very therapeutic month. Yeah, I love when Ramadan comes around. Just time for you to reflect and just lock in, you know, and just no distractions.
What is it? So it's really like peaceful as well.
Yeah, it's very, very, very peaceful.
Well, I mean, also you went to Mecca as well, so just that must have been an unreal experience. Can you just talk to me about that? Just like how, like, just your emotions going through your body when you get it there.
You know what? It's the most peaceful place I've ever. Nothing could match that level of peace.
Really?
Just
total bliss, is it?
Total bliss. Total bliss. It was. I can't put into words.
Did it feel like a sense of achievement as well?
Oh yeah.
100%. Yeah, just.
When I go through my camera roll on my phone, and I scroll, and obviously your iPhone shows you, you know, the pictures where I'm like, wow, I really did that. I'm just really proud of myself. Like, yeah, so that was amazing. That was amazing.
So do you see yourself going again, or?
Oh, 100%. I will go again, 100%.
Really?
Yeah, I have to. Definitely. The highest state of peace of mind. Like, that place is just more than, you know, yes, as a Muslim, you go to, because we're obliged to if it's possible, but also, like, from a therapy point of view. Oh my God.
What were you feeling before you even arrived? Like on the way, like when you were traveling there, just on the way there, were you like nervous, excited? What was it?
I didn't know what to feel. I was anxious. I was like,
really?
Yeah, I just want to know what it's like. And you step there, and it's literally, I say this to anyone. You step in Medina, and literally, it's like a wind just goes past you, and as that wind brushes past you, every problem that you ever had just goes.
Really? Just
like everything. So when you leave and you come back, you feel like so light.
Really?
Yeah, you feel light and sensitive.
Really?
Yeah, sensitive to energy.
Wow, fair.
That's how I felt anyway.
Yeah, but it's just been like surreal as well, just like.
Yeah, this is amazing. It's phenomenal.
But I mean, speaking of like, you're also a very disciplined man, aren't you? So like, when we see on your socials, like you mentioned earlier when you're like getting ready for your roles, you're in the gym, you're working out, like even the videos you post.
Yeah.
Where does that motivation, where does that discipline come from? Like, how are you in there consistently, no days, like you're constantly banging it out? Where'd you get that motivation?
I've had it since I was young, you know. I love winning. I love doing what it takes to win. I remember even when I used to play football, I wouldn't say I was the most gifted, but when it came to pre-season and doing what we needed to do in terms of like work and fitness tests and all of that, I just made sure I came out on top. I was like, no, I'm not being outworked. I'm gonna work. So I've always had that drive, within me to be someone and really apply myself. So I always studied what it took to get where I need to go. I always studied. I was like, what are the patterns? And I realized these are the patterns. So then, once I realized the patterns, okay, I got to do what I got to do. Don't complain and just work, graft, and yeah. Well, but I'd say this: I'm normal. I do like chocolates. Yeah. I do like a chocolate.
Is that a guilty pleasure type thing?
Yeah, I do like, because people will just think, oh, like I eat carrots all day. I don't. I do like chocolate, you know, but I don't eat it all the time. What else do I like? And, oh my God, strawberry vanilla cheesecake from Haagen-Dazs.
Really?
Have you tried that?
Nah.
Unreal.
I might do, to be fair, though.
Huh?
I might do now.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Nah, but it's just like, wait, what do you do, like, apart from the chocolate and Haagen-Dazs? What, after you've done, like, a long series, like, after Kabul, when it was finally finished, what's your go-to way to just relax? It's all done, you want to treat yourself, you want to reward yourself. What is that go-to thing that always hits the spot?
There was a dish in Greece that I can't remember the name of it, but it was like there was vegetables, but it had rice in it, and it had these things with rice leaves in it. To treat myself, I don't know. I don't. So this is what I don't do. I don't like train heavy and avoid eating anything bad. I'll have some bad things, but I just don't have it every day.
Yeah.
I'll just have less of it. So
it's that moderation thing.
Yeah, it's it. That's it. I don't like say I'm not gonna. I mean, I haven't had strawberry Haagen-Dazs. I haven't had that in a long time.
Really?
But if I wanted to treat myself, I'd have that. But then I'll go and train. I'll go and train, and yeah. So I don't have a moment where I treat myself because I haven't had it. You know?
Right.
So if I have chocolate, I'll have chocolate and still train.
Yeah, of course.
But I'll have one.
Yeah.
You know, and then
Okay,
probably
yeah.
for the rest of the 3-4 weeks, I'll just go without it. Yeah.
Well, after acting, like say you've called it a day on acting, or if you weren't doing acting anymore, what's the next step in life after? What do you see yourself doing later on in life?
That's a great question.
Have you even thought about it yet, or are you just going to live in the moment?
Yeah, I'm living in the moment. I'm living in the now, and there's still so much yet that I have to accomplish. And yeah, I'm very much living in the now, seeing out everything that I've manifested for myself. And yeah, I would like to grow. You know what? Also, to see where Futsallers goes. You know, being an ambassador of that, the connections, and just building upon that, because that's something I'm genuinely passionate about outside of acting, is sport and football, futsal. So, yeah, growing in that department, and yeah, for now, just growing the Malik Kaddu
history
brand.
book.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Well, I mean, to close out this interview, then I want to go through some stories that I've been told by some close friends of yours. Right, ready for this? So, by the way, I have not edited these at all. This is proper, like.
Is it?
So, like, I got Liam, right? Literally last night, just sent me a bunch of voice notes of stories.
My boy Liam.
I literally just transcribed it here. So, this is all Liam's doing, yeah, not me. Right.
Okay.
Someday after secondary school, just after school, you're going down. You are listening to Ludacris. Yeah. And you've always been an extrovert, always been like just chatting to people.
My days.
Apparently, according to Liam, you took off your top and just started dancing in front of random people just after school.
Yeah.
So just is that just
I don't
an
know why
extrovert
I did
thing,
that.
or
I don't know, man.
it's just.
Do you know what? Shout out to Liam, because I'm only like that. I think now I'm only like that around people I'm very comfortable with. So he's pretty much like a brother to me, you know.
He's seen it all, has he?
Yeah. He's seen it all. Shared, you know, same pitch together, went to school together. He's known me for the longest. So, yeah, that was a crazy time. I was after school as well. I think I got on top of someone's car. I shouldn't have done that.
Really?
I was young.
He didn't even tell me that.
Yeah, I was young.
Is it? But would you say you're a good singer, by the way?
No, I'm not a good singer.
Okay, thank you. Oh, thank you for saying that, by the way, because Apparently, do you know Michael Jackson's Earth Song?
Oh yeah.
Apparently, you did a cover of that in college, and he literally said, in quotation marks, "Do you know the saying, a cat being strangled? It doesn't even compare to that."
Oh, Liam.
Is that what it is?
Gosh.
So no musicals when you're acting now. No musicals, nothing like that.
Nah.
Is that? Then final one, probably my favourite one, the best one. Are you familiar with Magic Mike?
Yeah.
Right. So you were partying apparently with friends. Liam went to bed early, and apparently you only had 2 shots of coffee. So apparently 2 shots of coffee made you do this, yeah?
Oh my days.
You
this
got with
guy.
all your friends in the living room, and Liam woke up and saw you giving a Magic Mike type dance to everyone else at the party.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
2 shots of coffee.
Bloody hell. Yeah, they were really strong, to be fair. I think one of my friends just bought like a coffee machine.
Yeah.
And then, he was just really, he's really passionate about coffee. So I was like, let me try one of these. It's like one of them small shots.
Yeah.
So I had one, I was just up. And they were tired. This was like 4 in the morning or 3 in the morning. And now, I was just up. Like, I think I was doing Michael Jackson. Yeah. To be young, and all of that,
But no, like all jokes aside, apart from like the funny stories and all that, isn't it nice that like from stuff like fairly like just insignificant stuff like just dancing in front of other people, like having pie, like you still have that bond where they still remember it, even if it doesn't seem like that significant a part of your life.
Yeah.
Like just when you're with friends and like it's that special connection, and they still remember small stuff like that. It's good.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's good. It's good. He done me there on that last one.
It's just Magic Mike dancing.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that's a great place to end on. We spoke about a lot of things, spoke about your acting, football. Kabul coming out this year, is it? This year?
Yeah, this year.
Soon, actually, quite soon.
Year,
Well, as soon as we find out all the details, we'll put it on Futsallers. Exactly, trailer's out, go watch that. It's on Malik's page. And yeah, so, been a good episode, man.
Yeah. What come on, man?
2, middle one, that's us.
What, right here?
Yeah, that's us.
It's been a great episode, chilling with my guy, Heli, And yeah, you're about to see everything that's going to come out, everything we're about to do with Futsallers. So passionate about it, so passionate about to see the footballers that we have coming out, the young talent in the UK, some of the finest talents that's going to represent the country. That's what we want to see.
Right, cool. Thank you everyone for watching. It's been Heli, and I've been joined with Malik. And just what an episode, what a first episode. Catch Kabul out coming soon. Catch the trailer after watching this. Then yeah, more Futsallers events. The league is starting very soon. Yeah. More events coming. The Copper Box Arena should be coming in soon as well. Yeah. So I mean, just stay for the ride. Enjoy yourself. Thank you for watching.